Good evening, everyone. Welcome to TLE, 10 Luminous Emanations. And as usual, we start with a short Kol Hashkata, quieting our mind. So let's welcome. Let's just uncross our hands and legs. If you wish, you can close your eyes. Just take a deep breath through the belly. Repeat it a few times. And there is a conscious breath and there is unconscious breath. Usually during the day it's called unconscious breath. You don't think about breathing, just breathing. What we're doing now, when we're doing the conscious breath, we're actually meditating to take the light from the endless through the nose, Zeir Anpin, to fulfill all of our body parts through the blood with this energy of the endless. We can purify different type of blockages in our consciousness, in our blood, with the energy of breathing. So while you continue doing the exercise and quieting your mind, connecting with the now, with the present time, I will read the verse from TLE, from the Tree of Life, to cleave all of us with the energy of Tree of Life. לפני הצמצום היה אינסוף ומלא כל המציאות. דע, כי טרם שנאצלו הנאצלים ונבראו הנבראים היה אור אלוהים פשוט ממלא כל המציאות. ולא היה שום מקום פנוי בבחינת אוויר ריקני וחלל. אלא היה הכל ממולא מן אור אינסוף פשוט ההוא, ולא היה לו לא בחינת ראש ולא בחינת סוף, אלא הכל היה אור א' פשוט שווה בהשוואה א', והוא נקרא אור אינסוף. Let's take a deep breath to our belly, and when you exhale, you can open your eyes. So Rav Asher continues saying, אמנם אנו מוצאים ורואים בדברי חכמי התלמוד, we can see on the words of the righteous from the Talmud, שהקלו לנו דרכה של תורה, that they make the way of Torah like easier for us, יותר מחכמי המשנה, because it was like sages and righteous from the time that wrote the Talmud, and there are ones from the time of the Mishnah. It's called two different type of ways that they wrote words of wisdom, or how we should connect with the light of the Creator. So he said the ones that wrote the Talmud, it look like they make it easier for us to connect with the way of Torah. How? It says, כי אמרו, because they said, לעולם יעסוק אדם בתורה, the person should be busy and work with the Torah, with Tree of Life, ובמצוות, and the precepts, אפילו שלא לשמה, even though he doesn't have the right intention. You know, when we came to Kabbalah, if you can remember, also while we study Kabbalah, we have a lot of agenda. When we need something, so we might scan the Zohar more. Or when really right now I'm going through a tough time, I will meet my teacher more. Maybe every week, maybe I text him, maybe I have a phone call, I open the Zohar, I scan to them. I will do everything I can, right? Because right now, listen, I can feel it, I need to do something about it. So it means even now, we can be Kabbalah students, but still, we can use the tools from a place of agenda. Yeah, you can relate to that. So what does it mean? It means that it means not to use, of course, use it, all the time, the tools. But it says that's called shelo lishma. It means I'm using the tools to cleave myself with the light, not with the right intention, because now I'm thinking about myself. ומתוך שלא לשמה בא לשמה. So what the righteous from the Talmud says, this is why it says they make it easier for us to connect. Even though you don't have the right intention, still you need to study, and still you need to use the tools. Because even though you do it without the right intention, from that you will come eventually, and you're going to have the right intention. Right? So that's easier. I mean, what? I don't need to be perfect? No. No. Because sometimes, if you remember the beginning, Rav Ashlag is asking, many people, before you tell them, come study Kabbalah, said, oh, why I need to know about the angels? Why I need to know about this? Why I need to know, they want more to know about the 1%. Why I need to know to be busy with all of that, right? But we should know, as we know, because the more we know what's going on, the more we know how to control life and how to live ourselves, right? So first of all, yes, the goal is to be perfect in the sense of like that my vessel will be perfect in the sense that the light can dwell in my vessel and I can share this light, okay? והיינו משום שהמאור שם מחזיר אותו, this is something very, very important and powerful. That's verse that I'm going to explain. It says, והיינו משום שהמאור שבא מחזירו לו מוטב. Okay. Now, he says why, they say why to use it even though we don't have the right intention, because the light that we're going to reveal by the effort that we are making to connect with the tools even, right, will help the person to come back to the light and start to do it from the right intention. Okay? Now, let's take it to another place. Something that sometimes in our life, when we know something, we want that people around us also will know it or will use it and change. So it means, when let's say I study Kabbalah and let's say some of your family doesn't study Kabbalah, but you want them to change. What's happened to us when we want someone to change? When we talk with them, we tell them, we try to help them. Some of us not doing it, it's fine.
No, it doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work. Can't change.
Even though we know it doesn't work, many times, or let's say humanity in general, try to do that. Try to explain, try to this, try to that, okay, nice. And we know it doesn't work. But really we're not really learning from mistakes. Because we fall in here and there because we're trying to help, and then again, I fell again. I knew it doesn't work and I tried. So what the Kabbalah is explaining, this is part of what it says here. What I need to do, instead of trying to tell someone to change or to try to change someone, because I know something, when I know something, it doesn't mean I changed. It means I have the information. Remember we talked about last week about knowledge. What is knowledge? I need to use knowledge to become knowledge. But if I still have the information and I feel good with that, it's not knowledge yet. I need to use it, then become to be wisdom, right? So when we have the information, first of all, I need to try it on. I need to change myself. And it says that when I'm changing myself, my energy of the changing, that light that is revealed, will enforce, will help the other person to make the change. But not according of like, I'm putting the time frame. There's no time frame. Because, first of all, how do you know that you changed? How do you know? Maybe you changed 50%. How do you know? Because when we making a little change, we receive a lot of light. So we feel already good with ourselves. Oh, yes, I'm not reactive in the same way I react before. Yeah, but maybe it's 50%. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's 80% you changed, but you have another 20. So, did you finish the change? Did you complete? No. So we need to start to keep in mind that the more I'm changing, the more I'm using those tools and rules, instead of like looking outside, who need to change, and all day, sometimes I can be busy with things outside, I need to look inside. Like King David says, and this is something we need to, maybe to repeat it more than 1,000 times to remember. And he asked from the Creator in Psalms. The King David didn't have a easy life. Didn't have easy life. If you read the story about King David, didn't have a really easy life. But King David asked from the Creator. He says, "Gal enai ve'abita niflo b'toratecha." He asked from the Creator to make his eyes to look as a wave, that he can look as a wave. How a wave go up, right? And then he breaks in, right? So he says, make my eyes to be like a wave, to see the greatness, to see your greatness. Because I want to see your greatness. I want to see the power of the light in me, power of my soul. I want to see your greatness. Because usually we just looking outside all day long, right? Even we try to be spiritual, but it's like sometimes automatically we're judging people, we're judging situations. We know how to do. If I was inside of him, I will do this. We like so many things going in our thoughts. It's like with no time. If I can recognize it, okay, so I can stop this restriction also. Okay, just a second. Oh, I don't want to be there. Okay, so what I can learn from it about myself, about the light with me, in me, and how can I change? This is a spiritual work. Now I start to work inside. Especially with people that we love, people around us, our close family, wife, husband, kids, brother, sister, mother, father, then neighbors, then neighborhood, and then city, and then the world. Like it's working in circles. That's the way of correction. So he's telling us here, first of all, we should know whatever we are using and doing, first of all, it's for me. Second, the light I'm revealing, even though, let's say, I don't have the right intention, I have my consciousness, still I'm revealing light, and still it helped me to grow spiritually. Now, I want to add, right, each one of us, because we want slow process or fast process. What do you want to have? Fast, slow, depends, right? Listen, according to our generation now, everybody wanted yesterday, right? So this is the energy of the cosmos, like chip-chap, right? Fast. We know it's not about fast or slow, it's about the right equation, the right time it should be. But also, because it says also, Messiah can come in the right time or before. Beita or Achishena. Of course we want Messiah now. But to have Messiah now, even my personal redemption, it means I need to do now. Not in the future. Now I need to do. Okay? So we want quick. We want the light to come quick to our life. It means if I want the light and solution and blessings to come quick into my life, it means I need to change now. Not tomorrow, not in 1 hour. So it's a constant change. So again, I was saying in a different place, we can't think about our negativity all day long, because then you can't live. No, that's not what I'm saying. Not to think about negativity. We want to transform ourselves. When I'm asking in a positive way, what can I do? How can I change? It means I want to grow. It's not about to feel, I'm this, I have that. No, not to go to the negative side. Because I want to find it and right away to clean it. That's what I want to do. Yes, fine. Like we give the example, if you have a rotten apple under your couch and you just put spray all day in the house, okay, it's nice for a few seconds, but it's stinky. I need to find it and throw it away. That's it. Simple, no? And this is what we need to do with our negativity. But sometimes, unfortunately, we stuck there for too long. So if we have stuff from the past, please, we need to go back, flush it away. Why? Because I want to change. I want the full capacity of light. And every day, the light sending us more messages. What still we have that we didn't clean? So all of those noises or people that point in, right? And then we feel weird. It's been like I have still some field over there I didn't touch in one of the basements. So we need to wake ourselves up to do the work. Okay? So, but that also will come. Remember, the more I'm using the tools, the more I'm studying. It's a lot of wisdom, right? So that light, even though I'm not having the right intention, like they say in the righteous from the Talmud, will help me to raise my consciousness to see it even. Because I can't change nothing if I don't see it. I can't change it. If I don't see the apple and I'm looking for where the source of the smell, if I can't see it, I can see it. So it's going to continue to be smelly, right? So I have to find the root also in me. So the more I have desire to find the root, and I'm using the tools, okay, fine. And now I'm starting to have more thoughts of a spiritual person. What is the thought of a spiritual person? I was like saying, I want to find my desire to receive oneself alone, because this is the enemy that holding us back to cleave ourselves with the Creator. So the more I can find it and see it, even into details, and clean it. That's it. It will be more and more. Why? Because we're climbing. We're climbing. So we're not the same people as we start Kabbalah. But how let's say, how fast I want to climb, it's on us. Because we can climb fast. We can jump in levels. So it depends on us. Because each world have endless of worlds in it. So we can jump and stuck and just change inside. We can go inside and just change in 10 emanations and jump again. This is a really jump. Because if not, there is endless of 10 emanations in each level, in each world. So it's feel like we are busy. Yeah, we're changing, we're doing meditation, but still we can stuck in the same level. No, I want to stay in the main 10 emanations and to run in the levels. So the more I'm doing it, the more desire I have, I will have to see in with our spiritual eyes, spiritual ears, spiritual senses, right? I can start to see like what's going on and what I should do. This is what he says, the light in it will help us to come back to the Creator. So how much I'm using the tools, how much I want to have the right intention and consciousness, that's on me. So remember, the rules and the tools, they are the same for everyone. But we are different vessels. We are different people. We have different correction, different desires. So the how much desire, it's on us. We can increase the desire, we can make it low, we can do whatever we want. Okay? From the point of the light, he wants to give us everything, endless. And he never ever stopped giving us. That's what we have to remember. Never ever stop giving us. So wait, tell me, right now he's still giving me? Yes, he's still giving us right now. But I just need to prepare my vessel. So he's saying, שהמאור שבה מחזירו למוטב, הרי שהמציאו לנו עניין חדש במקום הסיגופים המובאים במשנה. He says, so now they came with a new thought. It's a new revelation. Remember, before we study that a person should go through pain and suffering, and this is what the Mishnah said, right? The writers of the Mishnah. And here the writers from the Talmud saying, no, a person, even though he will do with no intention, the light that will reveal he can change. So he said, wow, they invent something new. They invent something new. במקום הסיכומים מובאים במשנה אבות הנ"ל שהוא המאור שבתורה. So what is the something new? What is the new revelation here? המאור שבתורה. The light that exists, there is a concealed light, exists inside of the Torah, the tree of life. Right? what is the Torah? Remember the Torah, even if we take the stories of the Torah, okay? The Zohar says, if a person think that the Torah it's a bunch of stories, it's better for him that he didn't born. Okay, the Zohar is going all the way, right? Because it's not a bunch of stories. Each letter, each word, each sentence, each chapter, it's full with secrets, endless of depths of secrets. Remember I told you like this picture, the 3D picture I think called, like you see like nothing, like scrambling like paints, right, colors. But if you let go of the 1%, suddenly you see rivers, you see birds, you see like beautiful things inside, right? So what it means for us like in daily life, we don't really see the truth in everything. We see what we want to see. We see what we want to believe. We see according our belief system. We see according our rules here. This is why we hear according what we want to hear. We see what we want to see, and then we calculate it. Then we saying something that sometimes not related to really what's happening. So he's saying Hama'or Shebatorah, the light of the Torah. So when we're using the tools, because everything came, from the Torah, that's 17, just the last parasha, right? B'Shalach. We received the 72 names of God, right? So it's come from the Torah. It's true of life. So the light that inside of the Torah, when we, it's like a shell. When you want to eat today, maybe you buy the nuts already without the shell, right? But let's say back of the days, you buy the nuts and the shell. You need to break the shell, then you need to take the good and to eat, right? Take the nuts and to eat. Also here, what do you mean to break the shell? To make effort. Today everything, we get used to everything, buy it already, prepare for me, eating, we're just running all the time, running. Where are we running to? Running to where? Like back in the days, you sit, you break, you have time to think, to do this, you sleeping, you did everything was like, and you feel you still have time. Now it's like, we're running. But just a second, he says, Hama'or Shebatorah. It means every time, and now we can start to go inside and understand what does it mean. So every time I'm making an effort, for us it's restriction, because when we want to run, I need to sit and scan the Zohar, or I need to study, or I need to scan some or meditation. Oh, come on, maybe later. Now I don't have time. Even we're doing it, sometimes it's like, okay, let's do it quick. Okay, 2 minutes. Let's get over it, right? Because I need to do it. I'm a spiritual person. He says no, but when you break that, so you break something, right, in your consciousness, it's like you're breaking a shell, breaking a klippah. And now you can receive more from the Torah. You can see more, and you can receive more. Then this is why, how much do we want? This is how much we're going to receive. Nobody in charge of your desire. How much do you want? It's free, connect. It's not free like we think, but let's say,
It's available.
yeah, it's available. Just connect. Connect. Think about it. It's just so easy. But we think it's so complicated that it sounds like the Rav used to say many times. It's too good to be true. The Rav said when people come to me and I'm giving them an answer, it sounds so simple. So they don't think it's right. So they go and they're asking more other people. Because Rav Asik, in Matan Torah, in the Wisdom of Truth, he explains over there, it's something beautiful. He says, people, again, when you tell them people love when you give them words they don't understand. And science, he's talking about science, I don't know even how to say the word, it's like, I need to read it from the book, it's like so long, you give 2 words over there, so long in the book, that even when I try to read it, it's like, for me, it took, even in Hebrew, it took time to read it. But it says, when a scientist says those words, a person will feel like, wow, it sounds he's so smart, he sounds wow, amazing. Even you understand nothing of what he says, but you feel like, wow. It's like, what are you talking about? It's not about that. It's about how I can connect myself with the Creator. So imagine in Kabbalah we send so many words we don't understand. We feel wow. We want to really to feel the light of the Torah. Our Rabbi Shak said at the beginning, what is the taste of life? Remember? I think it was the first class, right? The taste of life. So how can I have the taste of life when I'm doing my work and breaking those klipot and breaking the shells? Now I reveal something, because when we break in the 1% shell and you eat in the orange, you eat in this nut, right? You feel like good. Oh, it tastes amazing. Right? You feel like energy. You enjoy, right? The same here. When I'm breaking the shell of something spiritual of the Torah, and I'm not falling into the illusion of the stories, I feel it. Now, maybe someone next to you is not going to feel the same. And he's not going to understand what are you talking about. Because really to express energy, it's impossible. How you can do it? How you can express energy? Yeah, you can hug someone, but I love you. Okay, maybe for you it's love, but for him it's like, just leave me alone, you know? I'm smelly, I'm sweaty, like it's okay, I understand. But how you can really express, because the Rebbe is explaining, the Rav said many times, you can't really explain spiritual word in physical words. So everything we're saying, we limit in the light. Because when we say in words, it's a vessel. And that vessel have certain capacity to hold the light. It's not the entire endless. So still we limit in the light. But still, the Rav explained, we have to give examples. We have to explain, because somehow we need to know how to connect. But the goal is that we will do the work, and this is what the Rav says, we need just to do the work and to connect, and then the light will flow through us, and now you know. Now no one can convince you other things. You know. You don't need someone to convince you. How? The light is work. It's good for you. Not good for you. Do you need to convince a happy person about happiness? Do you? He's happy. How you can convince him about happiness? I'm happy. What do you want from me, right? I feel good. So also when we feel the light, we don't need someone to convince us the light is good. I feel it. And this is the light of the Torah. This is something new they bring. Hama'or. It's called Ma'or. It's the light of the Torah, because when we connecting with the Torah, it's tree of life. It means it shines on our soul. It shines. Imagine you see like a beam of light coming out of the Torah and directly to our soul and fulfill us. But we need all the time to do it. Just like one time. Because remember, there's so many levels and so many secrets in the Torah. Also in the Zohar, in the Ari, Tree of Life, there is so many things, right? But it's good for us to know that. Because every time, try it on, you see. Even as Kabbalah students, when you sit at home and you want to open the Zohar, listen to your thoughts. Please, listen to your thoughts. And listen to your feelings, and listen suddenly for the ideas that Satan will give you at the moment. Just to make you scan less, or not to be concentrate, or to be worried about something. Why? Because you want to interfere. Listen. It's very important. And then when you listen, so now you can actually fight back. Okay? But you need to see what's going on. Why? Because remember, he knows, our opponent knows, that the light of the Torah can help us to break the klipot and to grow spiritually. So his job to do what? To help us to achieve it. Because he's not really against us. Remember, he's an angel. He wants us to win, because when we climb in, he climb in also. We correct him, he also correct him. And he growing, he's correcting with us. But this is his job. So when you say thank you, when you want to scan the Zohar and he comes tell you, oh, you're so hungry and tired, just go to eat, and after you can continue scanning. Because if when you full, it's okay. So if you believe him and you live, After you're full, you're tired, and tell you, oh, I'm tired, so maybe I will take a nap, and then you know. But if you don't believe him, he said, okay, you're right. I'm hungry and I'm tired, but you know what? First, let me do my Zohar scan, and then I will eat. That's it, gone. Next, what you did? Break a klipa. The light now of the Zohar now will help us to do what? To grow. Now this is let's say, in the terms of a day, it can be for us it can be either a big fight or either a small fight. But I have to start to listen from where the thoughts comes, from the light or from my opponent. You think the light will tell us you're hungry and tired, go to eat? This is the body. The body is tired, the body is hungry. The soul wants the Zohar. The soul don't want the Torah. The soul wants tree of life. The soul is not hungry for, I don't know what you like. What do you like? Whatever food you like. Yeah, the soul will take the energy from it, the light from the food. Okay? Are you still with me? You excited? It's very powerful what they're telling us here. Okay? But we need to see it in order for us to make the fight, because the fight is on us against our opponent. שיש בו די כוח להחזירו למוטב, that the power, he says, the power of the Torah, the power of the tree of life, have enough power to bring us back to the good, to bring us back to the light, ולהביאו לעסק התורה, and to bring him back to be busy with the Torah and the precepts with the right intention. So you mean the more I'm doing, the more I'm busy with it, the light. So don't be worried about how I'm doing, what I'm going to do. I'm doing this right, I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing all of this like, the opponent trying to put in our mind. And then we're not really busy with real doing. We're busy with what will happen. You know, but before the couple, when they start, people start to date, right? And start to, as a third date or fourth date. Usually, okay, I'm saying usually, maybe some people are not doing it, but usually, what's happening in people's mind? Oh, what do you think about me? He like me, doesn't like me, will call, don't call, all day long. We're just thinking about, instead of concentrating about what? Just be there and be yourself and whatever. Be 100%. If it's not it, it's not it. But with all of the thoughts, it's draining our energy, and for sure we're going to do mistakes. Can you relate with that or no? You go to an interview, to a new job, a new business, a new whatever, new something. Why I can't be myself? Why I'm taking with me all of those thoughts with me? We need to be busy to do our spiritual work and let go on all of the things that, the extras. I don't need those extras. If I have a goal, I want to achieve my goal. What can I do to achieve my goal? That's it. What can I do? So he said, the light from my effort, connecting with the tools, now will bring me back to the Torah and to do the precepts and to be busy with the Torah with the right intention. שהרי לא הזכירו כאן זיקופים, they didn't mention that you need to go through pain and suffering. אלא רק שיעסק בתורה ומצוות בלבד. Just be busy with the Torah and the precepts. Be busy with the tools. Be busy changing. Be like the light, sharing, giving, helping. מספיק לו אותו המאור המחזירו למוטב. So it's enough for that person. Just that light that will help him to come back to the Creator, come back to the light. שיוכל לעשות בתורה, that he can be busy, work with the Torah, ומצוות with the precepts. Why? What's the reason I want to work with the precepts and the Torah? Do you remember? Rabbi told us before. Can you guys scream? I can't hear you.
To purify the body.
To do what?
To purify your body.
Purify your body. One, yes. What else? What's the reason? Why I need to be busy with the Torah, to study, to change, to cleave myself with the light? Why I need to do all of that work? Why? What's the reason?
To do good.
To do good?
To do good to do do good
Yeah, you can say there's no wrong answers. You know, remember. So
with what the Creator created.
to do good with what the Creator give. Okay. What else?
To connect to the light of Creator.
Connect the light of the Creator. Right. More. What come to your mind?
Do my work.
Or to elevate your soul.
To elevate.
Your tikkun,
Yes.
work on your tikkun.
Expand the vessel. You close to the. I was saying you close. You collect what they say and then do. Okay, so let's see what I was saying. You know, I'm asking you a question we already asked. He already told us that, right? So the more we will ask the questions, we need to remember that, because remember the Rav says consciousness, it's everything. So when we go into, to do our work, here we study, but then we go to do the work, right? So we want to have that memory of the words of the Kabbalist, that I can stop, I can think, I can choose differently. So he says, why are we doing it? בכדי להשפיע נחת רוח ליוצרו. The reason is, and you've been closed, that I want to give the light, the vessel, clean vessel, and now we combine everything together, that the light can reveal in my vessel. It's like think about when an airplane need to land, so it's dangerous to land on just an open field, right? So what they do, they're making a special road for him to land, right? And it's what it says. So it means there is a vessel that's ready for the airplane to land. When it says nachat rוח ליוצרו, it means it's like you want that the light will come in and land inside of our vessel. We can feel it. So I want to prepare my vessel that the light will dwell in my vessel and stay. Not just in 1 second I feel, No. I want the light will stay. It says, ולא כלל על עצמו, and not from the desire to receive oneself alone. Because remember, the light cannot stay there. If I feel the light, and that's for myself, whoop, stop. Go to where? To my klipa, to the opponent. Oh, again. It says, no. I want to have the light in my vessel. I want to have pure vessel. Not because my desire to receive oneself alone. שהוא נקרא לשמה. And that's why it's called, so if you hear the words lishma, lo lishma, okay, it sounds the same, but it's not the same. Lishma, it means that I'm doing my work and I'm preparing my vessel for the light to dwell in my vessel without the desire to receive oneself alone. Why? Because I want the light, I want to share. I want the light. The more light I have, the more I can share. So I'm growing and I can share more. Imagine what the Kabbalists did. Look how many books they wrote. Imagine how much time it takes to write those books. Can you imagine? I was like sitting 18 hours to write books. The rest of the time you need to pray, you need to eat something, you need to sleep a little bit. Can you imagine? It's like hard even to imagine that. But why they did what they did? For themselves? No. For us, to connect and be successful people, and to receive all the blessings we're supposed to receive. And lo lishma, it means when I'm doing something still involved with my desire to receive for oneself alone. So it's called lo lishma. But still I need to continue doing, because that light, remember, will bring me back. And so in different areas I start to change. Okay, but I have more areas. Then we climb in. Oh, it's look like a new beginning, because it's a new, maybe I jumped in levels. So it's a new level. Fine, you grow. Okay, the next. Imagine like a video game, right? You play once video game? When I was a kid, maybe, or sometimes, but I'm not really. But you see in games, there is the first, how do you call it, first stage, right? And then they win, right? Oh, now suddenly the enemies look like even stronger, right? But if he took some stuff within here, special weapons, he can actually win it, right? So you see, like they climbing. This is the step. So it's look like every step, every like I don't know, world or however you name it, right? They feel like you start from the beginning, but actually he did like maybe 5 or 6, so already like he won, and then, okay. So that's video games. That's for us to understand how even people receive the message. But creating video games. It's all from the light. It's all messages from the Creator. Because when you study Kabbalah, you can see Kabbalah and you can learn from everything. Said, oh my God, I just learned about the worlds. Rav Ashak saying this. Wow, look, they're climbing, they're fighting. Wow, this. Oh my God. So now I know. The more I'm doing good deeds, those are all of those coins or whatever good weapons I have. So when you climb to the next level, you have more weapons to fight your opponent. In the next level, next level, next level. Does it make sense or no?
Yeah.
Of course, yes. So it means, again, it's how much do you want? Everything is like open. Just come, do whatever. Change. You can receive. Especially now, in our generation, there is so many like wisdom that open in the cosmos, waiting for us to change, to be revealed. No way, not from a point of ego, from true place of sharing. That I really, really care about this world, and I don't want nothing negative will happen to no one in this world. You know, it says, the Zohar says that the world, the universe, it's like a person that lying down on earth. So all of the nations, right, of the world represent the body parts of the body. So when something happened in one of the places, it means one of the body parts right now get hurt. We all connected. Maybe back in the days before the internet, before all the news or whatever there is today in the internet, we didn't know about things like very quick. Now it's a matter of seconds. You can know, right? Right now, boom, news, everything. Why everything is so fast right now? Also, there is, two sides to the coin. We have to wake up. There's no time to waste. We have to wake up. If one of the body parts is sick, what are we going to do? Still sitting and watching Netflix? Okay, well, one day it will be okay. It will recover one day. What do you mean? We go in, we checking it, we trying what to do, healing, this, meditation, right? We're like taking care of it. The same here. We have to wake up. We have to wake up. There are body parts that sick. But how we fix it, first of all, it says when the consciousness is okay, all the body will be okay. When the consciousness is not okay, all the body will suffer. So first, I need to change my consciousness. Because any thought, the Zohar says, any thought that we have, right, coming in, if you let it come in, right, coming inside, and the Zohar explains each body part have two sides, good and bad. What will affect the good or the bad, or will activate in a specific body part, it's your consciousness. And according to the body part that it hit, it's according to the person's action. Either precept he didn't do, or precept he's supposed to do and didn't do. So it will go there. There is a reason for everything. We all connected. Everything is connected. We are, it's called, the Zohar calling us microcosmos. Each one of us is a world, represent the entire world, called microcosmos. So every time we changing, every time we break in a klippah, revealing light, we changing up, we're affecting thousands and millions of this world. And suddenly, you elevate their consciousness, they don't know even what's happened to them. Suddenly they changed. So each one of us, and there are people over there that will change and will help us to change. We supporting each other. Remember, the energy goes through where in the body? In the blood. It's the nefesh, right? So the consciousness is in the world. We're helping each other all the time. So the less I will fall into the 1% result all the time, the more I will connect myself to do more and to connect more and to elevate my consciousness more. I'm contributing to what? To all of the body parts. Because the consciousness goes through the blood and give the information to all of my body parts. Are you still with me? We're still in TLE, But it's important to know we have to start to connect more and more with the big picture. Because usually in the day we just, in our own cocoon. Open. This is what the Zohar says. Listen, you have 248 body parts. Do you know what's going on over there? Do you know what's going on, how they work? Do you know everything? I don't know everything what's going on over there, but I'm just saying. The Zohar is saying we should. So if I don't know what's going on here, imagine we don't know what's going on in the world even. We're just hearing things in the news, but we're hearing results. So I want to start to increase my desire to have more desire to break those klipots. I mean, I want to use the tools, I want to use the rules, I want to use the precepts, because I want to purify my vessel and to let the light to enter into my vessel to stay, that I can share more. I want to be a beacon of light. I want to do that. I want to change the world. And we have to start to, because again, when we have desire, when we ask for it, now you're going to start to see, you're going to receive different messages. But if my consciousness is tuned most of the day to myself, just myself, my family, to myself, my family, it means again, desire to receive oneself alone. So what I see just a dot with the whole picture. Go further from the dot, suddenly you see more and more and more, right? The further we just walk it out of the dot, we see more. Beautiful world, beautiful things, beautiful blessings. So this is lishma or lo lishma. We desire to see for oneself alone, or I'm thinking about the collective. Prat, klal, klal, uprat. I have to take a step back. So yes, we need to do zoom in, but not stuck there. Zoom out. Always zoom in, zoom out. See my negativity, zoom out. Use the tools, flush it out. Remember that. Zoom in, zoom out. And to make the effort, as Avshak is saying, the righteous from the Talmud, Hamaor sheba machziro mutav. The light in it will bring him back to work with the rules and the tools and the Torah, the tree of life, with the right intention. So this week, pay attention. From which consciousness I'm scanning the Zohar, or 7 Tombs of God, or Ana Bekoach, or whatever that thing that we are doing. Even when you come into the class, this class, stay in the car for 2 minutes, 1 minute, close your eyes, and ask yourself, why I came to the class tonight? Why? Because I paid? Why? Because it's nice group, Michael, this, I don't know, whatever, why? Ask yourself, because I want to come with the right intention. Because the light that we reveal, because we don't know which light we're going to reveal together, right? We study together. I want this light to help me to change. So imagine if each one of us come minute before, just close, ask the question. If you see it's not from the right place, just change it and sit here. Bam! We can fly. Imagine like in Harry Potter, right? We're going. Yes, it sounds a joke, but it can happen, right? So try to do it, and also try to pay attention how you talk with people this week. Where are you coming from? Because sometimes we, like you said, it's not working, but sometimes, my back intention, I'm saying what I'm saying because I want to help him to change. So I need to check just a second. I know I can't do it. So when I'm stopped, maybe my thoughts and maybe my words will change. Okay? Because it's working in an automatic way. It's not even in the brain that people feel it and suddenly they close themselves and they say something else and they become something we don't want to happen, right? Just, be aware. Let's start to practice. We have to practice Kabbalah, okay? So let's listen to the Rav. Okay, remember it's 15. Hopefully it's not going to restart itself. If yes, so I'll move it back.
Refers to total receiving, total sharing of the Creator, total receiving of us,
So far, so good.
and that is oneness. That's something we can't imagine. We can only, that's why we study it that way.
No,
Right. Like. Therefore, it's true. It's true.
That's what caused the drop, that's what caused the dissension,
That's right. That's right. What caused the beautiful thought of bread of shame? Look what happened. Where did it wind up? Where did it wind up at the end? Here, right? Look what it brought. What a criminal that bread of shame is. That beautiful thought.
And just,
Stay there. Could we say that the bread of shame was so noble? Wasn't it noble? How did there have emerged? See, this is what we're getting into now. How did that emerge?
Because you can't have restored receiving without clearing this up.
But look what the original thought was. I mean, if the seed was what? Bread of shame. So pure. We know it was very pure.
God said there's ego in there too, so we're paying for that ego.
is the birth of
something was, even though at the time of restriction, that was not there. But the minute the light, came back, but it came back with maybe an infinite, a fraction of a lack, right? Right? Then already the ego was there.
So what does that mean for, because as you say that in the prayer you have Geut Lavesh, right? Geut Lavesh.
Yes.
Zazar.
Right.
So is it, it had to do with what we're talking here?
Yes, yes. I mean, how could could it be a Geut Lavesh? Could he be enclosed in Gava, which is ego? And, I mean, how could there be a concept?
He did understand.
First and afterwards.
Okay.
And then Ma Beruch Haniyot. I mean, how could you say time
Give us a preview.
in spirituality, in metaphysics?
16, what was it?
No, it was 16,000.
I don't want-
Pedusha, Sibat Mesuvat. In other words, there is no time aspect. There is no time aspect before and after. Rather, cause and effect. Asher Asiba Nikra Kodim, but I want to say the bread of shame is really an illusion.
The bread of shame was almost like an ego trip in itself. He wasn't content to just be the
Now, how did that emerge?
Because you can't have restored receiving without clearing yourself.
But look what the original thought was. I mean, if the seed was what? Bread of shame. So pure. We know it was very pure.
God said there's ego in there too, so we're paying for that ego.
This is the bread of
Something was, even though at the time of restriction, that was not there. But the minute the light, came back, but it came back with maybe an infinite, a fraction of a lack, right? Right? Then already the ego was there.
So what does that mean for, because as you say that in the prayer you have Geut Lavesh, right? Geut Lavesh.
Yes.
Zazar.
Right.
So is it, it had to do with what we're talking here?
Yes, yes. I mean, how could could it be a Geut Lavesh? Could he be enclosed in Gava, which is ego? And, I mean, how could there be a concept of Gava? How could there be good in Gava? Right?
Ego, Gava is ego.
How could there be any good in being hoarding, being egotistical? Could there be something good in that?
It depends how we look at it. The human eye.
However I'm going to look at it.
Well, if we look at it from this point of view.
So we say yes. Well, I'll give you 1,000 examples of how there should be Gava. You know where there should be Gava? And that was one of the problems with middle class Jews in America. He wouldn't maintain his position as the patriarch of the family, right? He wanted to be liberal, show that, not too much difference between me and you, son, me and you, daughter, We're pretty close to each other, don't you see?
Friends.
We're friends, right? You think you'd like to do that? I should have stood down and said, I'm the father. I know better. For whatever reasons, I know better. So there is something into saying, no, I'm better. If I'm not better, then why would anyone want to listen to me? So there is a necessity. I'm not, I can give you 1,000 different examples of how we will agree that I'm better than somebody. It is a very positive attitude. It's a very positive trait in achieving some good, right? But it's not who we show it on, is it? There is still something there that says, I am better. Now, we'll justify it a million ways, but a little bit, right? So it doesn't answer for us completely. So the expression, he's enclosed in this gava, You know, a person is down and out. His last salvation is God help me. Well, some people, when they finally come to the realization, God should help them, right? That means God is above. Like this, if you're an atheist, God is not above. Well, he's different than me. He's better than me. Was an atheist. Nobody above him. An atheist must be clothed in gava. Why does he resent the idea of God? What's wrong? Let be a God. Like, oh, God bothers you. I always used to laugh at the idea of atheist. I mean, you know, what's bothering you? So there is so he is up there. What does it bother you? No, I don't want it to be that. What does it bother you? The same idea. What does it bother us about other people? It bothers us. It's the same idea. Same idea. Except that becomes clothed with religious philosophy and all the other junk that goes with it.
Okay. Hope you took something from what the Rav said. But it's related to what the Rav Ashek saying here about the the egos, the right? So we have another view of looking at things right now in this week. I hope we're going to succeed. I have their stories. If you have, if you want to share like next week something even small, because stories helping us to, to see things in a different view. Okay, so good luck for all of us, and good night.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.